What We Hide. Spider and Jesse are 15 and 10 respectively. In the opening scene, they look at the body of their mother, JC, who has died overnight of an overdose. Spider's face is blank, but within that blankness is a wealth of suppressed emotion, among which rage is dominant. Jessie immediately turns to her sister, whose reaction is action. She finds a trunk in the shed, and the siblings place their mother's body in it. Jessie stops Spider before she closes the lid to tell her mother she loves her and to remove her golden locket. Spider wants one thing, to ensure that she and Jessie are not separated, which is endemic in the foster and care home system. You don't say nothing to no one, she makes Jessie promise. Her plan is to pretend their mother is still alive so they can stay in their home. She has no time for grief or sentiment beyond how much she feels their mother was selfish. I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner, she says to her best friend and only confidant, Alexis, the daughter of the caring but overwhelmed local county sheriff, Ben Jeffries. Soon we realize it's going to be particularly difficult for Jessie and Spider, as their mother was already on the list of potentially unfit parents, with a person from child services regularly checking up on them. When the child services person, Paula, abruptly calls JC's number and then drops by the house to see how things are going, Spider and Jessie handle the situation like pros. They clean up their mother's room, make sure there's food in the fridge, which they already bought using their mother's card, and then they even move JC's car a little so that Paula doesn't find it in front of the house. When Paula visits, the sisters smartly lie that their mother has gone for an interview at some bank and they can't remember the name. Convinced by the charade, Paula goes away for the time being. But thanks to their dead mother, another threat comes in the form of Reese, JC's dealer and on and off boyfriend. The guy is absolute trash who doesn't seem to care about being at least a little sensitive around the kids. Spider tells Reese that their mother left for somewhere the night before, and since the druggie saw the car, she further improvises by saying someone picked JC up. Reese gets mad, as that might mean JC is trying to get clean, which is not good news for him, both business and pleasure-wise. Just like Paula, he also leaves with the promise of returning soon. Throughout the movie, you see Spider not showing any emotion for her dead mother. Even though that bothers her little sister so much, it's only fair in her position. JC has not only left her in a puddle, but also because of her, the sisters might get separated. Even when she was alive, it was Spider who had to look after Jessie. What Spider has gone through, and is still going through, because of her mother is something no 15-year-old deserves under any circumstances. Jessie, on the other hand, is a kid who is hell-bent on seeing some goodness in her dead mother. She wants to believe that their mother loved them, and whatever issues she had with drugs were beyond her control. Especially when it is revealed that the reason Jessie has asthma and uses an inhaler at such a young age is because JC kept using during her pregnancy. Spider starts looking into making fake IDs for her and Jessie and getting out of town. She wants to pretend to be 18 years old, which would allow her to be the legal guardian of Jessie. Not that Spider is at all happy about leaving the place, now that she likes a boy of almost her age, and while the boy, Cody, who works at the local supermarket. She takes some golden hour photos with Cody, and by the time she returns, her blushing face is enough to tell us, and Jessie, how much she enjoyed being with him. Spider got her fake ID contact thanks to Cody only, even though the boy doesn't know anything about it. Paula returned to investigate as JC is not attending her call. She is just trying to do her job, which is to ensure the kids are safe and JC is not using. The sisters manage to evade Paula by not responding, but they can't do the same to Reese, who comes and threatens the kid and demands the money their mother owes him. Seeing Reese turning into a bigger threat than they expected, Spider goes to pawn her mother's locket, the one Jesse was holding on to as a dear memory, without any hesitation. She also pawns a camera that Cody has lent her. Then she returns Reese money, but later she buys the same camera which Cody gave her and give him back. Spider's world turns upside down when Jessie has an asthma attack due to her inhaler not being filled. Spider calls 911, but then she rushes her sister to the hospital, which effectively saves her life. But that also outs her to Ben, who she has to contact, as the doctors are not going to communicate with a minor. She still hides the whole truth and gets away with Ben only knowing JC's troubles with drugs have resurfaced. Realizing it's only a matter of time before everyone finds out what she did, Spider rushes to get the IDs done, and once she has them, she hurriedly starts packing. It's now or never for her, but unfortunately, Jessie doesn't want to leave. She doesn't want to leave her school or her best friend, which only makes sense for an 11-year-old. To make matters worse, Reese knocks at their door at the same time. He might have gotten the money, but he's not at all in the mood to let the sisters leave in peace. He now knows that JC is dead, and the sisters are getting the extra $200 on their mother's card, which he can't allow. So they've to keep giving him those extra dollars to keep his mouth shut. Spider agrees to that, but then the scoundrel makes a pass at her, leading to a violent confrontation between Reese and the sisters. He leaves, and shortly after, Spider calls Ben and tells him everything. What we hide ended with JC's funeral, which was long overdue. Jesse, Spider, Ben, his wife Jen, and Alexis, everyone attends. After the funeral, Cody comes to visit Spider. She seems really happy seeing him. Ben and his wife are generous enough to adopt the kids and raise them as their own.